Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the IvD Yogi Time number 42 All Divisions $20 prize pool tournament. I'm your host, IvD Rob, and joining me now is our very own IvD Warbio. Warbio, what do you think of this match, and are you excited?
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. TVT with these players on this map, man. What else can you ask for? This is gonna be so good.
This is indeed going to be so good, so let me go ahead and introduce our players by beginning with the Green Terran in the top left. He has gone to the finals in one of our tournaments. He has made it all the way, and he just took out another Terran in another match on Ohana LE. He is the Green Terran RDGOgna, and he's going to be going up against one of the really good Terran players who we saw dominate game after game 2 TVZs on Ohana LE. He is the Purple Terran Killer.
But yeah, man, on this map you have so much room to do so much different strategies.
You definitely do. This is one of the best maps that you can ever have a TVT on, especially a TVT of this size. These players are both extremely good, and I am so excited to see what happens, as it looks like gas first from both players.
Oh, wow. This means probably both players gonna go for really early Hellions there, as we saw last game. And I wonder... Or maybe they're gonna mix it up, who knows?
Who knows, indeed. We have seen Ogna's original strategy going for that one gas, going for that Hellion Marine medevac, that Hellion Marine medevac pressure, which could be a lot more effective on this map. At the same time, we've seen a lot of things out of Killer, but we have not seen that particular play, which he might be going for this game, as we do have a barracks going down a little bit later than Ogna's, so he is a little bit behind on that build, but we're going to have to see.
Yeah. And an interesting fact is Killer choosing the scout here, while Ogna is playing in the dark, which is really interesting. And kind of doing the same thing, but one is scouting, one isn't, so I'm surprised.
Well, Killer was able to see exactly what he needed to see. He saw that barracks, he saw the one gas, so he's probably aware at this point that his opponent going for a very similar build. Is he going to go for the same build, and are they going to just shut each other down? The factory going to go down now for Killer. It looks like Killer not going to deviate at all.
Yeah. Yeah, both players doing, like you said, it's almost the same thing. The strange thing is that Killer put his factory right, like in the left side of his base, away from his barracks. So he won't use the barracks to make a tech lab, I feel like.
He probably won't. But it looks like the first Marine going to come out here and immediately go for the... okay, guess not. I thought he was going to go into the cover, the hidden area here in the base to make sure there is, just to guard that. I don't know. But the Marine out of Ogna going to make his way across the map, probably to the Zelnaga Tower. Who knows? Maybe a little further. But we did have a second gas here go down for Ogna, which is pretty huge, as the tech lab is up, and we're going to see Banshees out of Ogna right now.
Oh wow, yeah, and it looks like Killer is doing the same thing, but he's doing it a bit slower, which might hurt him here.
It might indeed. The Banshee is on its way out. The first Banshee for Ogna rallied directly down to the bottom left side of the map, and that's going to give him a pretty good position, as the starport for Killer is just now finishing up. He hasn't started anything on it. The factory being lifted off and moved somewhere else. Probably going to put down maybe a reactor core, or no, it's going to start putting out a Hellion.
Yeah. And we also have a Cloaky coming up from Ogna, which is going to be really strong. The nearby is going low though, so if the turret goes down, it's going to help a lot here, but otherwise Killer's going to be in trouble.
Well, Killer did see that one Hellion poking at the base. It didn't really do much damage, but I think by this point he's starting to realize, wait a second, that push that I scouted out is not on its way. It was only one Hellion, and now the Banshee is making its way across the map. Cloak coming out for Killer as well. he's doing the same thing, but it's just a little bit delayed, which is not going to work for him at all, as the Banshee making its way down is going to position itself, probably waiting for that cloak so he can get in there and start doing damage. But it looks like, no, he's going to go in a little bit early and try to snipe off some of these SCVs.
Oh wow, yeah. The turret is going down though, but it's not finished, and there is no scan ready on the command center, you said. The cloak is not done, so this Banshee might get picked off here if he isn't careful enough.
Well, there's the cloak is finally finished, and the turret finishing up here at the mineral line, but the Banshee's still going to have a shot off on some of these workers. Oh, and the Banshee does fall. Another Banshee on the way, though, for Ogna. Is it too late at this point, as now Killer knows exactly what he's going to deal with, or what he's dealing with, and he's going to start queuing up a Viking behind the Banshee that's coming out now.
Yeah, Killer did some damage of himself with his Banshee, keeping it alive with the cloak while the Viking was shooting. So some nice micro from Killer coming out, able to trick with the Banshee.
But another Banshee is up here, and it is not even injured, killing off the SCVs at the gas. It's getting some free shots off here, and the Viking is about halfway done, but he needs to get that out. No, the SCV that is building the barracks is going to be killed, and the SCV building the command center are going to be killed as well. That's going to delay expansions, while meanwhile the same thing going on here at Ogna's base out of Killer. Both players doing very identical things, but the turret positioning out of Ogna is not going to let that Banshee be seen, as this Banshee is going to get free shots on so many drones. Killer just doing such a great job keeping that alive, as the Banshee from Ogna was chased out of his base. Killer looking very strong in the early game here.
Yeah, absolutely. Both players did manage to do some damage though with their Hellions, Banshees I mean. So right now they are pretty even. This Banshee though is still being annoying, keep picking up stuff. No, just now Killer's Viking is coming back to deal with this.
Oh, but the Banshee does fall. I think kills in favor of Ogna here by 2. Both players playing phenomenally well. Barracks is going to go down here for Killer, and the command center still being delayed. He needs to get that expansion up, but he needs to do it safely. Meanwhile, the expansion for Ogna is going to finish up, and that SCV was not killed off at all. More SCV is going to fall to Killer's pressure. Scan going to go down here, and that's going to allow him to chase it off at the very least, if not kill it right out.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting away though, giving Killer a few more extra kills there, putting in 3 SCVs ahead in the SCV count.
That is very good, very nice harassment from both players. Ogna actually going to go for more barracks of his own, but he's putting a reactor down on his factory. Is he planning on switching out the barracks with the factory and then dropping down something else? Who knows at this point, as this game has become exciting and crazy already, with a Raven out on the field for Ogna. Shields finishing up for Ogna and just starting here for Killer, but Killer having siege.
Yeah, but Ogna going in and right once again with his Banshee, he's killing up more and more workers. And right now there isn't a scan ready to deal with this. So Ogna's just delaying this command center more and more and more. And with his scan, he's only gonna be able to kill 1 Banshee, the other one is gonna stay alive. Killer's in trouble, man.
Killer is in trouble. This expansion needs to go down, and SCV being pulled to help with that. If he can build it, then he can lift it. And if he can lift it, then he can save it. Another SCV gonna go in there, try to finish this off before it's too late. It's so low on health, 200 HP, and it's dropping. The SCV is getting in position to repair the moment it comes up, and he needs to lift it right now so the Banshee can't kill it off, but there it goes. It is going to be lifted, but it's not going to be saved as it is burning. 2 more Vikings coming out, and they're going to be able to snipe off this Banshee easily.
Yeah, but is the command center going to fall though? It's ignite the health, keep falling down. No, it's going to get saved.
SCVs are going to be pulled, but that expansion has been delayed so much, as now the workers killed count is going to be in favor of Ogna. Now on 2 bases, he's going to be able to macro up a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, just look at the SCV supply here. Ogna up 13 SCVs right now, go up to 14 even. Just keep keep getting more and more ahead just because he got the command center so much earlier.
Yes, he has actually nearly doubled his opponent's SCV count. As this expansion is going to move into position, but Ogna has a Hellion in position here to check it out. Meanwhile, Killer going to be applying pressure at the front of Ogna's base, but it's not going to be enough. Very good positioning out of Ogna and some really good Raven control is going to allow him to take that. It's going to allow him to hold that, completely clean up that army from Killer, and his Raven has not been killed. It is going to get away with 8 health.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, you said the Hellion has been here at the back of Killer's base, putting some killing some few SCVs, I feel like. Putting Ogna, as you said, 2 SCVs ahead in kills. But I wonder what Killer's can do from here. I mean, he knows he's a bit behind. You can just look at the supply. He's adding more Marines, adding medevacs, but I feel like he needs more tanks.
I definitely do agree with that. He only has 1 factory producing tanks here, and he doesn't have a single tank out on the field. He did have Siege first. In fact, I don't even know if Ogna has Siege yet. Yeah, he does. But he did have Siege first, but there was nothing he could do with the Siege that he had out. So, really, the question is, what can Killer do from this point? What is he going to do? And is it going to be effective, as he's just now getting on 2 bases, and his opponent has been on 2 bases for quite some time now?
Yeah, and Ogna even taking a third here. And Ogna looking so good, up almost 40 supply right now. Has more Marines, more tanks, and that Raven to help his army.
And that Raven is absolutely huge, as it is repaired and ready to head right back onto the battlefield. And it looks like, yeah, there it goes. It is going to make its way down, but I wonder, based on its pathing, he might choose instead to hit the mineral line with it.
Yeah, that would be really good. Just putting it there, do some damage.
And this is what we saw out of Ogna in the last game. Ogna, with his positioning of the tanks, is going to do a drop with tanks and Marines at his Killer's nade.
Yeah, and this is really good. Putting the siege and killing off the production facilities. They're making Killer not be able to reproduce any army at all.
Oh man, and these Marines are going to tear up everything the tanks cannot. The Viking going to try to get in there and snipe out one of the medevacs, but it looks like it's going to be shut down by a point defense drone dropped by that Raven. That Raven is just so useful here. Now that there is a standoff inside of Killer's base, Ogna free to do whatever he wants on the map.
Yeah, and it's not good at all for Killer. He needs to lift away his building, phone to his natural to stay alive. A lot of buildings fall, a lot of buildings are on fire right now. Ogna is looking so good right now.
Ogna is looking extremely good, as units are being pulled from the main army in the main to deal with a small Marine run by, and this is going to allow Marines from Ogna to run up and take out the siege tank, allowing him to get a better position on this and move his siege tank up, and there's the GG from Killer.
It was a really good and exciting game, man.
That was a very exciting game. That is what I love about TVT. You never know how it's going to turn out, and it really is an exciting matchup if played right, and both players played that matchup extremely well. Congratulations to Ogna for moving into the next round, and Killer is not out of it yet. He can still win his way back up through the loser's bracket and into the finals. Can he do it? I'm your host, IvDHK Rob. Don't go away yet, as we have more games, but do check out IvDGognatime /streams to check out the games that are going on that we cannot cast, as we are not able to be in 2 places at one time.
Yeah, alright guys, so we'll be right back. So you guys, we listen to music until the next game is started up.